Oh god. Okay. I've done a little bit of 3D modeling myself. It's really interesting stuff. I mean, I have too many hobbies as is, so there's probably no way I'm ever going to really sink that much time into learning it until I'm backed into a corner, like say working on a personal project or a video game or something like that. And it's like, yeah, I have nobody else who can make this model for me because I would have to pay them money, so I have to learn how to do it on my own. Gotta say, that shit is unbelievably difficult. It's like, you have to be such a combination of artistic and very good at mathematics to do 3D modeling. I don't understand it. And it's like, I consider myself pretty good at math, but the people that are really, like, the things that you need to know how to do are things that I consider myself really, really terrible at with regards to math. Where it's like, you need to know how to do, a whole bunch of linear algebra really, really, really well. And that's not me. That ain't me at all. Like, I need to just chase this monkey's ass until he goes down the side of the mountain. Wait, can I pick him up? I don't know if I'm supposed to pick him up. I don't think I can pick him up. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Huh. Made that a little bit easy on me, didn't he? Come on. Come on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it was really fun and, okay, go for it. Thank you. Yeah, the thing that I remember about learning how to do 3D modeling and why I was just thinking of, like, you know, talking about, like, low poly and, like, geometric shapes and stuff like that, is that, I remember I would make a 3D model and it would look very, very basic and kind of crappy, but it would look like a human. It would look like a human being or whatever. And I'd be like, yay, that doesn't look too bad. Let's see the poly count on it. And for me, even the most basic of humans, like, I needed, like, I don't know, 4,000 to 6,000 polygons to be able to render and have it make them look half good. Now, in case you don't know, you can make amazing looking models, just incredible ones, with like 2,000 to 3,000 polygons. Like Mario here, you gotta imagine this guy is probably like 500, like 500 triangles at most. So that was the thing that made me really realize that 3D modeling wasn't for me, where it was like, oh, for me to be 1/10 as expressive at this art form as a professional requires me to do something like roughly 3 or 4 times less efficiently than them. Yep, that's when I was like, this art form probably isn't for me. Oh well. One day, I'll be backed into a corner and I'll have no choice but to become a 3D artist. Nice. Okay. Do I use Unity? I have used Unity before. I don't really like it nearly as much as I like the Unreal Engine. But Unity's not bad. It's just not. It's not flexible enough for what I like to do. It's too coupled to mono behaviors. Everything, when you're working in Unity, everything feels like it needs to live in the scene. And that's what I don't like. I prefer my code to be in C++, so it's way less, way harder to understand. It's job security, right? If nobody understands what you're doing, then you can never be replaced. Don't understand how that would apply to a solo indie video game project, but, kind of hard to replace the sole creator of a given project. But hey, just in case there's like some evil bird doppelganger out there, this way, just make sure he gets nice and fucked over. That's the important thing. You may only be fucking yourself over, but you never know. You never know. There might be some alternate dimension version of yourself that's like, curses! That probably wasn't nearly as funny to other people as it was to me. Anyway. Usually getting this star, getting across the bridge, takes me like one try, so this is gonna be a pain in the ass. What if Epic or some games want to buy my game off of me? So that's actually the entire reason why I decided to go. Damn it! Why? Oh, that's weird. I very rarely need to take multiple attempts at that. Oh crap, okay. That's actually kind of why I also, like, started picking up the Unreal Engine. It was purely a business reason, insofar as if you put a game onto Steam, they have, like, some sort of 15% commission or something like that. And if you put something onto Epic Game Store, it's lower. But if you put something onto Epic Game Store and you use the Unreal Engine, I believe it's really, really low. If not, they remove their cut entirely. So it was like, I'm making this project on a budget of precisely $0, and the ability to get onto a game store and have like a really lean cut on top of that is very, very desirable. So that's kind of why I started picking it up. Then as I got into it more and more and I started getting much better at C++, then I came around to really appreciating it in the end. So that's kind of that story there. I need to figure out now where the Robert Omb is to talk to get the cannon unlocked. I don't know. The other reason that I'm even developing a game in the first place is that I do want to, at some point in the near future, either next year ideally, but we'll see. You know, life is what it is. I do wish to actually transition to the video game industry. And I feel like having a particularly solid chunk of experience in the Unreal Engine will be very, very valuable on the old resume for going into that. Put a canyon for you, because I feel like, realistically speaking, honestly, if you can program in C++, you can probably program in C#, or at least learn how to do it like fairly easily. So, and I mean, I think that developing on the Unreal Engine is remarkably more complicated than developing in the Unity engine. Not to say that it is... That's not even to say that that's a good thing. Like, complexity is almost, not really worth it. But it does kind of show, like, hey, if you have this on your resume, it's just a little bit of a more, just a little bit beefier. That's all. Okay, how to make this plop down there. Nailed it. What does this even say? Danger, strong gust, but the wind makes a comfy ride. Oh yeah, I think that the gist about this one is if you get blown off, you can still, it just puts you right back to where you were. Easy enough. Unreal and Unity have their own disadvantages and advantages at times. Yep. I would say, especially for smaller teams, Unity is definitely the way to go. Unreal scales up really, really well for bigger and bigger teams, but it has a really high floor for productivity. So if you're a pretty small team and you're working on the Unreal Engine, chances are everything is just going to be a lot slower. But if the scale is there and you really need like a huge amount of power and you have the resources to put it to good use, then you generally are going to get a lot more horsepower out of the Unreal Engine. And with all that talk, I've managed to beat every single star in Tall Tall Mountain while barely focusing on the game at all. That was cool. It's kind of like a weird meditative, like, just not even thinking about it, play through the game. I don't even know if that's particularly interesting to watch. It just basically feels like right now it's the Bird podcast while he plays Super Mario. Yeah, there's a lot of people that do that, and they make way more money than me, so they must be either better at video games or more interesting. Or both. Probably both. No. That's gonna hurt me. This is the one part of the entire game where where the water actually doesn't heal you when you like are in it. How am I ever gonna live? Oh, okay, we're fine. Oh gosh. Speaking of like this level, this whole game is just pieces of geometry just like slapped together. This snowman, I feel, is the worst example of that in the entire game. Oh, snow flea. He'll blow me away. Yeah, I had to follow the penguin. Oh crap. Yep, you don't go too far ahead of the penguin, or else you get blown off. Okay, we're fine. Like, what is this? Why is the top of the snow... That's the thing. Okay. The top of the snowman's head creeps me out because it looks like he got a lobotomy. It looks like somebody came along and just like cracked the top of the snowman's head in with a baseball bat. Well, that's okay. Maybe it was Mario. You don't know much about computers. You pretty much just know how to install a fan and that's it. Well, on an abstract level, if you think of everything as fans, and you just are like, this is a long skinny fan, I just need to block it into the place where the long skinny fan goes, and then you just kind of build up your understanding based off of fans, you might be able to pull it off, right? Like, yeah, it's just recontextualize everything within the frameworks of that which you know, and you will always succeed at every single thing that you do in your entire life. What is this called? Whirl from the freezing pond. Oh, I hate this one. It's really easy, but I hate it. Done. I made that look really easy because it is extremely easy. To child me, the first time I tried to pull that off, I was really bad at it. The problem is you basically get like 3 or 4 tries before you have to leave the level and come back in, because all these weird little flower doodle top enemies, whatever the fuck they are, they look so strange to me. There's only 4 of them, so you get 4 shots, and then they're gone. And that's really annoying. Okay, come on. Boop! Okay, and then... This one's also kind of difficult, in my opinion. Okay, it's really not. Oh. That might be a problem. I actually don't know if I need to shell the entire time or not. I think... Oh, yeah. Okay, it's not impossible to get these without the shell, it just is going to be a pain. Okay, well that's bad. I could leave the level and come back, which would be probably the most sane thing to do. I'm gonna see if I can get away without doing that. All I need to do is I need to land directly on the red coin. Okay, good. And then I need to grab the other one, which, oh, that might be a huge problem. It's actually underneath the platform, isn't it? If it's underneath, then, okay, yeah, we're in some major trouble because I'll just take a shit ton of damage. Let's go for it, though. Okay, never mind. There's a huge amount of wind. Probably trying to prevent me from doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Well, you know, let's just go ahead and reap the consequences of my actions. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it. How do you leave the level? Exit course. Okay. So here's the... I used to think I knew a lot about computers. The problem is that every time I have to do something like upgrade my computer or anything like that, it gets so much harder every single year. Like, they have... The latest build that I did was... I mean, thank God we have PC Part Picker. But I feel like with the way that computers kind of evolved, is that when they first came out, when they were hobbyist things and you had to, like, actually solder pieces to the motherboard to get them to work, they were a nightmare. And then you kind of, later on, you know, things started to get a little bit easier. USB came out, PCIe came out, and like a whole bunch of other stuff slowly started to make it like so much easier to handle like custom hardware and stuff like that. You didn't need to solder anything anymore. But then it got really, really, really hard again when all of a sudden I feel like there's so many different standards for everything now, and the amount of research that you need to do to be like, is this build going to actually turn on in the end? Like, I feel like that got like so complicated at some point, and now I just got way, like, this latest build, I was so lost on like all the details of what I was doing that I was just like, I'm gonna trust that all this worked because I plugged everything into PC Part Picker, and PC Part Picker told me that there weren't any compatibility issues. And that's the way that I got through it. Beforehand, my old way of building things was I had a subscription to PC Gamer magazine, and I flipped to the back of the magazine, and I was like, and it had 3 builds of custom parts listed out at 3 different budgets, and I was like, I'm gonna pick that one, and that's how I did it back in the day.